Okay, we're doing probably the most traditional thing to cook in your Instant Pot. Macaroni and cheese. So I got a pound of large noodles. I've got the evaporated milk, salt, oil. I'm not going to use butter. I'm going to use the oil, mustard, and this is leftover cheese. So I need to get rid of this cheese. There is about 16 ounces there, which is perfect. And here is my Instant Pot Ultra, and I'm going to show you how this all goes together. I was making bread earlier, and I used my Ultra to heat the water to 110 degrees for the yeast. And I left the 4 cups of water I need for the pasta in my Instant Pot. So for a pound of noodles, you need 4 cups of water. Okay, I'm going to get the lid out of the way here just for filming so you can see. So I got the water in there. We're going to put a tablespoon, and it doesn't have to be an exact tablespoon, but it's enough of this ground mustard. And you can see I use these noodles often. I got a pound already weighed out here. We also need a couple teaspoons of salt. And 2 tablespoons of oil instead of butter. It's just canola oil. And then stir this up. So I got a good slotted spoon, and just give it a stir so those noodles aren't all clumped together. And we're going to put the lid on. The Instant Pot music. Okay, I'm going to show you how to program this for macaroni and cheese. Right now it's in the Ultra mode. Like I said, I had the water set for 110 for my yeast on my bread, so we're going to cancel that program by hitting the cancel program. We're going to go over to pressure cook by turning the dial. We get to pressure cook and we're going to press the button. Now I've already got it preset at 3 minutes. I cook my macaroni at 3 minutes because I like it more al dente. At 4 minutes I'm finding it too soft. If you want to change your time, if you see this box that's blinking around the numbers, if you press it one more time, now the numbers blink, and you can turn the knob either way to change the time. Then press the knob one more time to set the time. If you turn the dial down, the same thing. Once the box highlights the pressure, if you press on the knob, now you can switch between high and low. We're going to leave it at high. Press again to set high. Then we're coming down. We're not delaying this at all. And we're going to leave the keep warm on. We're going to do a quick release so it won't matter. And now we hit the start button to get this sucker going. Because the water's not cold, my preheat cycle will go a little bit quicker. But this is the graph here. We're preheating. And once the pin in the back pops up, or the float valve pops up, this will be at the end of the preheat. Okay, while we're waiting in the preheat, we'll go over the venting system for the Ultra. This is the pressure relief vent. This knob comes all the way off. It's loose on purpose. It moves up and down. If too much pressure builds up in the pot, then it's enough to lift this weighted knob and equalize the pressure to the level it's supposed to be at. That is why this is the way it is. When you press on the release button, there's a little lever that lifts the knob up for you, so you don't have to handle this. And when you turn this, it'll let the knob back down and seal. Here's the float valve, and we're just waiting for enough pressure to build up and have that pop up, so the macaroni will start the cook mode. But this is really easy to understand. A lot of times when I'm cooking on no pressure and I want to use this lid, I'll just take this off anyway, so any moisture or steam can vent out. Okay, so right now the steam is starting to come up through the float valve. This is totally normal. It sounds like it spits a little bit, some hissing, and as the pressure builds up, you're going to see steam come out of here. There it is. You hear the steam noise stopped. If there's more pressure than the system is supposed to have, you'll see a little bit of steam come out of the main vent right over here. But should be about like that. You shouldn't have any steam coming out from around the rim anywhere here, but back here you'll hear a little bit of gurgling, maybe a little steam release from the safety relief valve. So after the pin goes up, or the float valve goes up, it doesn't switch into cook mode just yet because it hasn't come to full pressure. It's almost at full pressure. It just takes a couple more minutes and then it'll switch to the timer. Okay, so you can see that our 3-minute timer has started. The graph shows you right here that it's gone through the preheat. It's now starting in the cooking phase. And that's a real nice feature of this Ultra Pot, is that you have an idea where it is and what's happening to your food. So it is done cooking. It's now in the keep warm phase, which is known as the natural pressure relief stage. But we're going to do a quick release because they're noodles. If they cook too long, they get soggy, they get very mushy. So to do this quick release with pasta and stay clean and not get pasta splatter all over, the great thing on this Ultra is I can press down on this halfway, a quarter of the way, and I don't have to lock it in place. If you do lock it in place, just turn this to unlock it, but here we go. See, we're just releasing the pressure, not at full. This is about a half push. It'll take about maybe 2 minutes to release, but I'm not going to get pasta splatter all over the kitchen. See, now that I've let the bulk of the pressure out, it can be very hard for that pasta water to bubble up and give us the white volcano that some people experience. Now, if you want, you could throw a towel over this. I know everyone says don't. That's only under cooking. You'll see the steam. You can hear the steam underneath the towel. As long as you can hear and see it under and through the towel, you can use the towel over the vent. So you can see it's at the very end of the release cycle. I was able to lock it in. Now it doesn't have as much pressure. That's about 4 minutes by doing that technique to keep the white pasta water from coming out through the top vent. As soon as that pin drops, the float valve drops, we will open the lid. Okay, there it is. The float valve dropped. We're going to open this up. Now usually I put my lid here, but we're going to put it over to the side and start stirring. You need my... They're a little stuck, but this is nice. At 4 minutes, they're a lot more done than this, and this is better. So I'm going to break them away from the side so I can get some cheese down in there. I already broke up my cheese and cut it while it was cooking. Now you can use shredded cheese. I just buy blocks because I like to make different things, and I just have blocks of cheese, I guess. Now if you can see how it's stringy, that'll go away once I put the evaporated milk in. And I'm using 2.5% evaporated milk. There's enough calories with the cheese and the carbohydrate in the noodle that I don't need to help it. I'm going to turn this on to saute for a minute just to melt the last of that cheese. Okay, so to get to saute from here, we're going to hit cancel the programming, turn the dial down to saute. I've got it on low already. That's set for 30 minutes. I'm not sauteing that long, it won't matter. Hit start. So now I got a little heat on the bottom of this macaroni and cheese will help melt my chunks. I like to use either breadcrumbs or panko on top. These Italian ones, the seasoning's a little strong for the mac. The plain ones are actually better. So you can put either of these on top. It makes it a little crispy and crunchy. You can also put these French fried onions on there too, if you like that. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in this half pan because this is going out. I'm actually not eating this, I'm sending this over to a friend's house. I almost forgot, we gotta cancel our saute.